Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Jessica Alba and Lizzie Mathis. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Kevin Costner joins us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad, and good morning to you. How are you?
George Lopez joins us right now. George, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Brad. What lovely to talk. You me funny lad.
Megan Trainor.
Thank you so much, Brad. You're awesome.
Chloe Bailey joins us. I appreciate the time.
Appreciate you.
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore! Patricia, thank you so much for taking the time and congratulations on a wonderful film.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I love Houston.
Oh, well, wait, we loved you down here too. I mean,
I grew up in New Orleans, so I went to school with people from Houston, high school. I love Houston. Houston's a beautiful city, really beautiful city.
And so is New Orleans.
Yes, it is.
I think
I'm here now. I'm in New Orleans now. I came home I live in New York, but I came home to screen Lilly for my hometown, and it was a beautiful screening. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I loved about this film so much is when I was watching the movie, I will be honest, I forgive my ignorance. I didn't know a lot about Lilly Ledbetter and the story and the act that came out in 2009 with President Obama. And I wasn't as familiar, but when I was watching the movie, I was reminded of my grandmother, who was born in the 1920s in Alabama, about 75 miles north of Possum Trot in Jacksonville.
Oh, my goodness.
So real close. And she was here in Houston, and she was the first female executive vice president of the bank that she worked at. First one ever. And it made me wonder, I'd never heard her talk about it, but watching this movie made me wonder the journey she must have gone through. And I'm sure in some ways it paralleled Lilly's. And this was about Goodyear in this particular case, but it's about, decades of women having to fight for equality.
And it's sad because everybody it seems simple to me. Everyone should want equal pay. It is not a political issue. It's a human rights issue. And everybody benefits when women make money. When we are paid equally, we're still at 78 cents to the dollar. But when we are paid equally, everybody benefits. And, whether you are young or old or black or white or gay or straight or Republican or Democrat, this is an issue that is about justice for women. If we are working the same job as a man, we deserve equal pay. It's that simple. It's crazy that we have to question it, but the power of Lilly, it's the power of Lilly who never gave up. She suffered a lot of defeat, and then suddenly people started to realize, wow, this woman is amazing.
Oh, and an amazing story. And just like you said, the relentlessness of never giving up and also standing up for not only herself, but for other people.
Yes.
And being willing to fall on the proverbial sword. Because I think Ruth Bader Ginsburg at one point in the film says something about, you don't want to be the one to rock the boat or cause trouble. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
And Lilly didn't mind.
She didn't care because I think it's her Alabama grit. And I think, growing up in Possum Trot with nothing, absolutely nothing. And she gave up so much of her life working in that factory. And to realize that she was sacrificing so much and being paid 40% less than her male counterparts. It's just it's injustice, and it's wrong on every level. And I think people look back on it now and are like, oh my God, she was doing that work for 40% less, when she moved up to manager. I mean, she worked her you-know-what off to get to that place. She started working at 40. She was not a young woman working in a tire factory, okay?
Right.
I lugged those tires for a day, and I thought, I need an ambulance.
And it's just incredible, like you said, the Alabama grit. I think you might be onto something with that one. But I have a question just from a process standpoint. When you're playing somebody who's real life, and I'm sure in your incredible career you've thought through this or done this before. But when you get the script, do you go through and do you make a lot of notations on, this is how I feel like Lilly would approach this, this is what I feel her voice would be, this is what I think the line delivery is? Or do you rely on her as an individual? Like you go and you do a lot of research on exactly who she was so you can be honest with your portrayal to the real life person?
I came at Lilly in a deeply emotional way because I felt the greatest gift I could give this remarkable woman was not to make her a character, but to make her whole, to make her true, to bring the best of me, the most emotional, deepest truths of my life to this woman. I didn't want to chart her, or I didn't want to intellectualize her. She was a profoundly, she was a brilliant woman from nothing. And I wanted her journey to be of strength, equal parts strength and emotion. And I had to use, honestly, like never before, because I've played a lot of unsavory characters. And I had to call on just the best of Patty, the best of me. And, but I loved every minute of it. It was one of the most beautiful shoots I've ever been on. So, I mean, it almost killed me. Aging from 40 to 70, 73 was easy. Aging from 40 to 70.
Well, let me ask you this too, is I'm always fascinated, like when you have to, put on the dialect. And the Alabama, you being from Louisiana, me being from Texas, we understand there's different Southern dialects. And someone from Texas sounds different than Louisiana, different from Alabama.
She has a deep Appalachian, and it's somewhat almost borderline inaudible at times. So I had to temper it a little, but she loved the way I sounded. So, I mean, I was like, because sometimes you're not going to be able to name me. And I was like, sometimes I said, I know, Lily, sometimes they're not going to be able to understand me. But anyway, she was very, I took as close as I could get to Appalachia and as close as I get to Possum Trot and kind of lifted a little bit. But I had an aunt. My favorite aunt was from Alabama. So, I grew up.
Was there like a line of dialogue that would help you get into that accent? Was there like a particular thing that you go, okay, if I say this phrase, it helps me get in? Or was it just had your aunt in your mind and Lily?
No, I had Lily. I had a little tape of Lily, this one kind of little speech she gave once, and I kind of clicked that on. Okay.
Well, again, the film is phenomenal. Thank God for putting a spotlight on this story. It shows you how far we've come, but how much further we still have to go.
Still have a ways to go, but things are better.
Things are a lot better, and thanks to people like Lilly Ledbetter, thanks to Ruth Bader Ginsburg, President Obama, for furthering this legislation. It took this, a man, from Hawaii, a beautiful, African American man who said, "Oh, I get her story from Possum Trot, and I got $2 and a powerhouse of a wife. No, we need the Lilly Ledbetter Act." Well, you can rest assured knowing that you did a really great thing by helping bring this movie to life. I really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed this conversation. Hopefully, you enjoy home in New Orleans. Get some Cafe Du Monde and Cafe Sabisa for me.
I'm going to Commander's Palace tonight. So
well, there you go. There you go. That's the only way to do it. And thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate the time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.